or to overhyped, right? I know you're really curious. You want to know. You're welcome. If you're just joining us, welcome. Welcome. If you're just joining us, welcome. Right. My name is Chika, and I will be your host for today. And with me, I have an amazing guest, a super amazing, super talented guest. In no other person that Adeshokon Adebowale. I hope I didn't murder your name too much, right? So he will be our amazing guest for today. And the topic for today is tech overhyped. If you're really curious, you want to know, you need clarity, you really want to know, everybody's saying tech, bro, tech key, tech sees. Is it really overhyped or is it the thing right now? So if you really want to know, just sit in, stay intact, bring out your popcorn, your ice cream, and relax while we take you on an amazing section. So before we dive in, right, I would like to introduce Amdoranalytics. For those, a couple of us are really familiar with Amdoranalytics and what we do here. So for those who are actually joining, who are watching us for the first time, so Amdoranalytics is a leading edtech company committed to empowering individuals with in-demand skills and the knowledge needed to excel in today's tech-driven, tech-driven world, right? Our mission is very simple. At Amdoranalytics, our mission is very simple. What is our mission? Our mission is to provide quality trainings, right? Quality training to those who are looking at transitioning into tech and those who are already in tech, who need a tech upgrade, who need a career upgrade, or who want to upgrade their skills. So some of the courses we do are business analytics, HR analytics, AI engineering, data science, data engineering, project management, and amongst it. So if you're really interested in any of these courses I just mentioned, and our courses are not limited, our services are not limited to just B2C. We actually offer corporate trainings to organizations. We offer B2B trainings to organizations who want to upskill their staffs. So if you are an organization, if you are an individual, you're working in an organization and you feel your organization will be needing our service, just reach out to us at our website, www.amdoranalytics.io. So let's dive into the matter for today. It's going to be a very short section, right? So I would like to introduce my amazing, super amazing, and super talented guest. No other person than Adebowale, right? So Adebowale is actually, he is a data analyst, right? Who has worked with different sectors. Like Adebowale is super talented. He has tried out as a data analyst. He has worked with different sectors, but currently he works in a fintech company, right? So if you want to be like Adebowale, you really want to, you want to eat fintech money, listen and let's dive to it. So Adebowale, the ball is in your court. So just give us a brief introduction before we dive into the questions.
Man, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, clearly now I can hear you.
Oh, great. So, thank you for having me here. I mean, it's a pleasure to be on this section. I mean, the first time you sent me a message, I was kind of happy because I feel like maybe God just connected us together. I don't know you from anywhere, and you sent me a message, and I feel like this is a great platform. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate that. And for the hype, for the hype, you just hype like you hyping now. Like I feel like I'm just a normal person like you. I'm talented, but just a normal person like you. Like don't let
Hmm.
people feel like it's not up to like the way you are saying. I don't want people to feel like, oh, this guy is just this guy. I'm just a normal person like every other person. So thank you for having me. I really appreciate that. So regarding the
Yes.
topic, tech
All
is
right.
overhyped. I don't know. Do you have a question for me? Let me hear you out. Like
Yes.
what's the question?
Okay, so my first question for you today is tech really overhyped, or are people simply entering the industry without knowing the right skills and direction?
Wow, that's a very interesting question. To be honest, tech is not overhyped. and we all know tech is the new oil. So, looking at the trend and looking at the economy in general, we can see that tech is everywhere. It is useful in all aspects. So, people saying it's arrived or trying to like talk down it. Looking at the richest man at the moment, which is Elon Musk, is currently doing well. And being the richest man is not like he started uh uh, like one day and he got there easily. It deals with a certain like a form of discipline, like inputting things together just to achieve his goal. So tech is a wife is not a thing which you will mention. It's not a thing we should even talk about because a lot of people are actually making it in this tech industry. I mean, a lot are people are doing so well in it. So it is not vibe, it's just reality. And looking at it, it's just like let me paint a scenario. A scenario of let's say a shining toy. I mean, you buying a shining toy for a little kid. Um Everyone wants to like see how this toy works. Everyone wants to
Mm,
see how like the technology used in developing that toy. So everyone would like to like touch it, know how it runs. Even the little child, the adult, everyone will just want to know how it is how they develop that particular toy. But the only difference between those that actually knows how they develop it and use that particular toy in the right way are the people who follow the right step. And the right step is number one is you looking through the manual. Do you understand? A lot of people just dive into it why they don't like want to go through the right steps. Do you understand that? Like you know, I'm a data analyst and data is everywhere. I mean, looking around you, you can point out to some things. Even looking at you, I can talk. I can say a lot of things about you. Number one, you have a wig on. You have a black shirt. You have a paint at the back. So the things I'm saying right now are things that can be recorded, that can be analyzed. I mean, that can actually give us insight about about you at the moment. So this is just like me pointing out few things. I mean the data I can see. Do you understand that? So generally data is everywhere. And that is how tech is. Tech is everywhere. Everybody wants to dive in. But what steps uh are you taking to like be on the right path? What steps are you taking to be that person you want to be? Are you following the right step? Are you going through the manual, or you just want speed and shortcuts over clarity? So that is where I in data is not overhyped. It's just you utilizing the technology around you. I mean, the field you would like to go on. A lot of people have so many things they want to be. Some tell you I want to be a cyber security person. I want to be this. I want to be that. But what steps are you taking to like actually achieve this goal? So it is not right. It's just you going through the right steps. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I hope I'm flowing with
mm.
you. Can you do you understand what I said?
Yeah, sure, sure. Thank you. That's
Oh,
a
okay.
beautiful, yes, that's a beautiful answer. Thank you so very much for that clarity, right? So, tech, just like you heard from a professional, tech is not overhyped. Tech is the new oil. At least I'm actually rephrasing what he said. Tech
Yeah,
is the new oil.
exactly.
So, tech is
Yeah,
not
oil.
overhyped. If you're feeling, oh, tech is just being overhyped, very soon it will go out of fashion. Tech is actually here to stay. It's not going out of fashion. Not today, not tomorrow, not anytime, right? So if you're looking at wanting clarity, and of course, he said something about know where to start. If you're confused, you don't know where to start. You're at this point of your life, you don't know where. You know you really want to do tech. You know you want to be a tech bro. You Texas, but you really don't know where to start, that is where at Amdoranalytics we comes in, right? That is where we come in. We give you clarity, we give you free consultation, we talk to you about your background, we talk to you about your interests, what you like, what you don't like. And with that, we can actually create out a career map for you to know which course is best suitable for you. Right. So thank you so very much again. And let's dive to the second question. Right. So the second question is, if tech isn't overhyped, could the real problem be lack of proper training and mentorship?
Wow. So I feel for this question, it depends on the approach you take towards it. There are so many people that do self-training, and also you reaching out to uh like mentors or people out there that offers courses like this. Do you understand that? So the I feel like the major thing is the person, they like this the person, the individual itself. Do you understand that? So what the reason I would like say, talk about the individual is because the people offering these courses, I mean, trying to like enlighten you, are doing their own part. They can't teach you everything. So we can't even put the blame on mentorship. Most times they are just there to guide you, to show you the steps. Do you understand that? Now it is you as someone who has uh, a driven passion towards this particular goal to uh, to sit down, study, and also ensure that you are not wasting your time. Yeah, like I said earlier, a lot of people want speed, shortcuts over clarity. They don't want to like go through the right procedure, the right steps. Do you understand that? So uh sometimes it might be from mentorship because some, I don't know. I feel like nobody will come online to like teach you rubbish. Do you understand? But one thing I always do before I go on, or I take a course, like maybe pay for a course with any industry. One thing I do is I do self-learning a lot. That's the first thing. Like it's always giving the leverage of what am I meeting, what am I expecting in this uh in this tutorial, in this lesson or in this journey I'm about to engage on. So the first thing I will advise every individual going into the tech space is, why don't you just sit down, go on YouTube? We have platforms that can actually be of help, like the YouTube. YouTube, everybody knows YouTube is a popular platform that helps a lot. So for a beginner, I will advise you, before you even put the blame on mentorships or people like the people training you, or the guideline you are trying to like the map we are trying to like uh work on, or like just before you start the journey, go on YouTube, make a research on this particular tech journey. See your strengths and your weakness. That's the first thing. That's I'm talking from my own experience. I'm not trying to like sugarcoat anything. This is what I did before I started my journey. If you look through my LinkedIn profile, you see that at the down, like when I started posting on LinkedIn, there was this part of me trying to contemplate on how to start the journey, and it was not easy. Just because I found my path today doesn't mean I just started one day and I'm doing so well in it. Do you understand that? There was a time I was looking for where to like land on. Uh, I was doing front end at the time, and that was when I was in school. Even my dad even sent me to a front end school, like a coding school, to like learn all that kind of thing. But at long run, when I finished my um my studies in school, like the university education, I was just talking to my sister guy, and she's my best friend, so we talk a lot. I didn't have a friend. She's the only one I talk to most. So I was to that guy. I don't know what I'm doing again. I want to do this, I want to do that. She just told me one thing. She said, what is your strength and what is your weakness? You need to find where your strength lies. So for a beginner, what is your strength? You need to know what you are capable of doing. For someone like me, right from school, I know I love math. So critical thinking is one of my soft skill. Like I know how to math is just like you using logic. 1 plus 1 guy just like trying to like get to, you understand that even if there's a formula behind it, okay, this is a step. You understand that? So for a beginner, you need to know your strengths and your weakness. And before you dive into any mentorship, sit down on your own to know if this is actually the right path for you. Do you understand that? Know what you are best in doing. Like me, I've done front end. I was able to like design a website, but I noticed something about me. I cannot do two things at a time. Do you understand that? If I'm doing coding, I have to focus on coding. But no, one thing I noticed that everywhere I'm working, like generally all the department I'll be working, they all deal with data, and I'm doing coding. So it's just like you are in two different, like the journey is not aligning. You doing coding and in your department they are talking about data. They're talking about how to onboard, because I was once a KYC analyst, so how to onboard an agent. We get data from the back end and from the front end, then we see it on the back end. So these things are everything is just majorly on data. And I sat down one day and I feel like the time I'm wasting uh on this what do you call it, the coding aspect, why don't I just divert the energy into something that is real, that is happening in real time, that can actually help me talk anywhere with confidence. Then I started with Coursera as a data analyst. So that was where this journey started. So instead of me, I actually had like I moved with people connect. No, one thing about Nigeria is you need to connect with people. You cannot do all on your own. So I moved with people that are into the field that, oh, I noticed this thing is everywhere and I really want to know about it. Then they gave me a guideline that, oh, you need to do this. And I think there was a financial aid on Coursera at that moment. So the guy applied for a financial aid for me. I was able to like finish the course and I got the certificate. But that was not enough. That was just me trying to know my parts and know my strengths. Then after I realized, oh, this is actually the main thing I would like to do, then I took mentorship. Do you understand that? So it is based on the individual knowing their strength and their weakness. That's it. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for that clarity. So, just like you said, confusion is part of the journey, right? Confused at the point you got confused, right? So that
Yeah, exactly.
yes, confusion is actually part of the journey. So if you're in a state right now, you're confused. At the point I was confused on my own, I really don't know. There's a lot of noise at the background in tech. There's a
Mm,
lot of back end noise in tech. You see some people say,
exactly.
oh, cybersecurity is it? Just like you said now, you said, oh, anywhere I go to, they use data. They use data. Somebody else will come and different thing. There's so much noise. And that's why confusion is a part of their journey. So if you're confused, it doesn't mean you're lost. It doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. Just know that confusion is actually part of it. However, don't let the confusion weigh you down. In the moment of the
Yeah,
confusion, draw out your strength. Know what is it, what am I good at, what are my strengths, and what are my weaknesses. And from there, you can actually coin that. At Amdoranalytics, we help you step by step. We understand the process here. We understand we are professionals here. So we know the process. We know confusion is part of it. There are a lot other things that are included that are part of the amazing journey. All these things actually make up the amazing journey. Just like my guest is saying now it's a story and he's saying it, he's smiling. But there was a point at a state he was confused. He
man,
doesn't even know what
it
to
was
do.
not it was not
Sure,
easy.
yes. I'm sure at that time he was even doubting himself. Can I really do this? Can I do it? But look at him today.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
yeah. So if you're doubting yourself, it doesn't mean you are not capable. It does because you don't have any tech background, you didn't do science in school, does not mean you cannot survive, you cannot succeed in tech. Don't limit yourself, right? You can do it, and trust me, you can actually do it. So to our third question, however, I noticed your network is breaking. I think is it from your end? right?
No, I was about asking if your network is lagging because I noticed it's kind of like breaking on your end, but but it's good right now. At the moment, it's good.
Okay. All right, that's okay. So the third question, right? Is data analytics still profitable? Is data analytics still a profitable career path in 2026? And what skills actually make you employable? You are a data analyst, right? So I'm just asking based on data for those aspiring data and professionals, data analysts, those who actually want to go. So as a data analyst, just run us a brief, just very brief answer. Is data analytics still profitable career path in 2026? And what skills actually make one who is a data analyst employable?
Yeah, so I feel like for this question, it's it's not something we should even bargain on because no company can do without a data analyst. Even an individual that own his or own business needs to have a form of data literacy. Yeah, you need to be literate. You need to be literate on data just to help you uncover insights. Do you understand that? So there are some other things that data helps you do. Also, it helps you. It support decision making. You get to know what to like think about, like how to like approach the next step. It helps you to know trends, to uncover trends and pattern. I mean, how you are trending in the business. So, you saying that analytics is not profitable is just like you saying sales cannot work because every now and then every company is always saying it. Do you understand that? And there's some approach everyone use like sell their product, and after selling you need to also sit down to uncover insight. I mean, to know if you are actually making profit. And how do you know this? It is the use of data. So that is why data analytics is will always be profitable even in 10th generation. And I can see a trend saying AI is going to take data analytics job and all that. I feel like a robot cannot give uh, like a proper explanation on like a decision making process. That's the first thing I'll talk about. Because if you put a robot, it is what you give to the robot. That is what the robot will give out to you. It's just like garbage in, garbage out. Do you understand that? It is someone controlling that robot. Do you understand that? So people talking about AI taking the data industry space is a first thing. I mean, imagine you sitting with stakeholders, just presenting a dashboard to them, and you want the AI to explain better to them the way you can, as a professional, the way you explain. You know, you explaining something to like in the real world is very from an AI trying to like point out things from the TV. Like it's not going to be like as easy as you trying to like break it down to the simplest form. Do you understand that? So there's no one that can actually, there's no AI that can actually, though there are some AI, what do you call it, website that can actually help you um, uncover insights. Do you understand? But it is not like you, when you do it yourself, there's a step-by-step procedure in data analytics. Number one, you have to collect the data, you have to clean the data, you have to visualize the data. You know, there are, there are steps that are applicable to this work. But you using the AI, though it is fast for human, we'll use artificial intelligence to make our work easier and faster. But at the same time, we don't have to let it take away our job, because when you do it yourself, you can tell people that, oh, this is when I was doing it, this was what I discovered. This was the process that I this was the process I approached. You know, there are so many ways you can actually use to like clean your data. Some people can start with making sure that the alphabet are aligned. You know, there are so many things that need to be worked on. But when you use AI, it is faster Do you understand that? Now the process, the issue now is how to like uh communicate that data in a very simple term. Because when you are communicating with this, you want them to understand that this thing is a this thing this tax is achievable. You understand? But when you use AI, there's a high chance that you might be missing out on some important things. Do you understand? So data analytics is always profitable. Do you understand that? As a data analyst, even as in every sector, number one is in every sector, you need data, like I said. And you realizing that you need data. Everyone in that, everyone, like I'm talking about everyone generally now, needs to have this understanding of data, even if you are not a data analyst. There was a post I did I posted on Medium. I don't know if you have gone through my LinkedIn. I shared some posts. That was like last year. I was telling people about from data novice to a pro. So my main aim of posting that thing is just letting everyone know that data is very, very important, because data helps in it that like let's say from definition, data is anything that can be recorded, analyzed, observed to uncover insights or for decision making process. Do you understand that? So my main post for that particular post I shared on Medium. I don't know if you know about Medium. I don't. Do you have you heard about Medium? Okay. So for this post on Medium, that was the first post I actually posted on. I just want everybody to be a data literate, even if you don't want to be a data analyst. Do you understand? Just know more about data. It will
All
actually
right.
help you in every field. Do you
Yes.
understand that?
Thank you.
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
is profitable.
Yeah, thank you so very much for that amazing answer. So you can hear us, as you just heard from a data professional, data analyst will still be very profitable. It's still a very profitable career path in 2026 and beyond. In fact, if I'm to rate, I'm not here for ratings anyway, but if I'm to rate tech skills, right? Data analytics is actually will be in my top five. Yeah, data analytics, if not my top three, because trust me, we use data. Everyone use data. You scroll through social media, you're actually generating data. You're using data.
Uh,
Anything you shop online, you're using, your data is being generated. So yes, so data analytics is like
and
my number three. Top three is actually in one of my top three tech skills for
so
2026.
yeah, so let me add this. Being a data analyst does not mean you can only work in one sector. You can
Mm,
work in different sector, like the sales, research institute, in different sector. You can even work in a healthcare organization just to help them uncover insight to know the patient. Just think about anywhere. Like there's even a post, my recent post on Medium, that I helped like a small group of people. This was like a financial thing. So it happened that we were contributing, and we didn't know what, like, the specific amount we had in the accounts. Do you understand that? So I took it on me, like, as a data analyst, you cannot, there's no way you tell me you don't know the exact amount, even if the bank, like, later on we later discovered that it was bank charges that wanted to like scatter the whole group. Because when we asked for the actual amount, and no, data doesn't lie. That was one thing about data. So I was able to uncover the exact amount everyone contributed from the period the contribution started. So you can even go on my post. You see it on my post. I was able to like analyze uh
yeah.
how I was able to like get that particular figure. So this is just telling us that data is useful everywhere.
Everywhere. So thank you
Yeah.
so much for that. Yes, data is actually useful. You can, as a data analyst, you're not limited to working in only tech companies. You can actually work in healthcare. You can work in ed tech. You can work in supermarkets. You can work anywhere. You can work in startup companies. You can actually work, like, data analysts are actually in demand right now. That's why I said data analytics is like one of my top three tech skills you need in 2026. So let's get to the next question. So if tech is crowded, why are companies still struggling to find qualified professionals? A lot of people are saying, oh, tech is crowded now. I really want to go into tech, but they're all everywhere. They're all, one out of, at least out of 10 out of Nigerians, you can actually see maybe two or three techies. So I really don't want to go into it. It's so crowded. But if it's really crowded, like people said, like people say, right? So why are companies, why are organizations still struggling to find the qualified professionals? So I would like you to answer this briefly so that we can quickly move to the next question.
Okay, yeah. So um for this aspect, I feel like a lot of people are on the journey, but like I said, it is how you approach it that matters. How like what are you doing differently to stand out? A lot of companies want someone that knows about this job, so they want professionals. So there's something I noticed recently. Someone said something that if you want to apply for a job, why don't you show them the practical aspects instead of you just sending like a cover letter? Why don't you show them this is what I can I can do? Do you understand that? So for the question, you said why are people like
If
why
tech
are
is
companies.
yes, if tech is crowded, why are companies still struggling to find qualified professionals?
Okay, so I feel like people are not giving them like they are not showing what they want. They just
Yeah,
want like they are just like doing the theory aspect. Why the company needs what you can
the
actually
practical.
do, like the practical aspect. It's not
Yeah,
just you telling them this is what I can do. Why don't you show them
yeah.
this is what you can do? Do you understand that? Yeah, that's just it.
Yeah, so thank you very much. That's a very short and direct question. Like you just hit the nail on its head, right? The reason why, let me just add to what my amazing guest has said. The reason is because a lot of people, you see in people's CV, they're writing, oh, I did this, I did this, I did. What are those practical skills? Just like he said, do you have your portfolio to back it up? Do you
Yes.
have, what can you do? What can you would when you come from interview, you see people saying, oh, they can do this, they can do heaven and earth. When it comes to the practical aspect, they are zero. Why? Because probably, I would say probably, I'm not going to blame them, right? Probably it's because of where they're coming from, where they learned their training. Not all organization gives you hands-in training. Not all of them give you practical training. Some of them just come, send you recordings, go and watch, come back, and they will explain it. That
Yeah,
is what most organizations do right now. But at Amdoranalytics, we are totally different. We don't just give you theory, we don't give you videos, we don't give you recorded videos and say, go and watch and come back and tell us what you think. No, we actually do practical, hands-in practical, hands-on experience, right? And after our training comes our internship. The internship is just to make sure you have your hands, like you have the experience. And while you're doing this, you are also building your portfolio. While you're doing this, you're optimizing your LinkedIn account. All these things, there are stages by stage in our practical, in our training. So what organization wants is training. As a data analytics practical, what have you done? What have you been able to achieve? Or you've been practicing data analytics for like 4 or 5 years. Within the 4 or 5 years, what real problems have you been able to solve? So you don't just come and tell them, oh, I can analyze data, I can turn raw data into insight. That's not what organizations want to hear, right? That's why
obviously.
it still feels like, despite how crowded people say the tech is, right, organizations are still struggling. You see organizations, they are still posting vacancy all over. If you go on LinkedIn, there are a lot of vacancy everywhere, and you're asking yourself, if it's really crowded, then why are people not getting this job? Why? Because it's not like they're not getting people are not submitting their CV, or people are not reaching out, but people are not really giving them what they want. They are not really giving them that practical skills they want. So let's move to the to the next question. Right. So the next question is, what practical step should you take today to build a sustainable and globally competitive tech career? So for on your own, what practical step do you think you will take today to build a sustainable and a globally competitive career?
So, what I'm about to say now might be funny, but don't be an introvert in tech.
Hmm,
To be honest, there's this assurance that you might not make it, because if you are building in private, nobody knows what you can do.
hmm.
Do you understand
I
that?
like
So
that.
don't be an introvert. Build in public. When you are learning, even when you know, if you know this thing is not covered, there are people online, there are experts that are ready to like teach you, like, oh, this you should have approached this step. That is when you post. That is when you show them the practical part. I mean, the things you have been learning on. Do you understand? And also consistency matters, man. When you are being consistent with, I mean, you're having a growth mindset that I am not limited to this stage, I can do better, and you are being consistent with that journey. I feel like one thing that actually hinders people is just consistency, because some people can post today and in the next 3 months, maybe someone like me, I'm always working. So I feel like consistency just matters. You just need to like put yourself out to the world, like the things you can do, let them know this is what you can do, and from there you get people reaching out to you. That's it.
All right, thank you so very much. That's a very direct answer. So you're trying to say, what you're trying to say is that you would be visible, right?
Yeah,
So you're
if you go,
encouraging those who are beginning to be visible, right? So
yeah,
that's why at Amda Analytics, while you are taking our training, we are actually optimizing your LinkedIn profile. The reason for that is that so that for everything you are doing, you are posting, right? Well, we even have what we call 30 days challenge. We will challenge you to
mm,
post back to back for 30 days just to give
yeah,
you that
that's the goal. Yeah, yeah,
yes,
exactly,
yes.
exactly.
Just to give you that visibility you need because you can't be a gold and you are hidden. No, if you're a gold and you're hidden, how will people discover you? People will not discover you. You need to come out. I actually saw your page. I saw everything you put on your LinkedIn. So fascinating, interesting. And yes, I was like, yeah, this is the kind of people we actually need so that they can talk to our audience, right? If you're actually imagine you don't have a LinkedIn profile, you are being hidden. How will people discover you? So that is why Amdo Analytics is very different. We optimize you, we take you step by step, we hold your hand and walk you through this journey, right? We make you consistent, even if you're, oh no, I'm camera shy. Do you know there was a time I used to be camera shy? Yeah, there was a time, but look at
and,
me today.
and
I
now
can actually
you're the host.
look at you. Can you imagine? But there was a time when I
Yeah,
tell people, and people will be like, "Well, you don't look it." You know, I say I don't. I used to look it, but right now it's just like I'm being brought out from my shell. So that is what we'll do to you. We'll bring you out, even if you're camera shy. Oh, I don't like posting. I don't want to be out there. I don't want people to know me. People will know you so that you can actually achieve your goal. So the last question before we wrap up for today, I it's really an amazing section. I'm enjoying it actually. So
I
if
don't
tech
want to leave.
isn't overhyped, yeah. So if tech isn't overhyped, could the real problem be lack of proper training and mentorship?
Yeah, I think you've asked that question earlier, but I'll still talk about that. I mean, for the mentorship, sometimes it might be based on the mentors. I mean, but there's one thing I'm certain about. There is no one that will want to take you that don't have one or two things to offer, even if they are not taking the right approach. You can always learn from everyone. So it's just the individual now, the uh how you embrace that journey. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Are you the kind of person that after the training you sit down your own to study better? Last year I think I was studying, I was on my SQL journey, and it was an amazing section because I met one of the best in the industry. So in being the best doesn't mean I am going to be the best. The only way I can be the best is also doing my own study at at the back end. Do you understand that? So after his own class, there was a time I went on X app. Then I saw people that are even good in this part. Then I joined their what do you call it? Their space, and I was able to like the things I was not able to like learn in class. They were able to like teach me as well. So it's based on the individual as well. It's not just based on the mentorship. Do you understand that? We cannot put the blame on the mentor. Theirs is just for them to guide you, take you through the right process, give you the steps, teach you what you need. Now, the major thing is you building up yourself, having a growth mindset, the great mindset to like achieve your goal. That's it.
Wow, wow, that's really, really amazing. So he actually said a good training and mentorship. So that's where Amdor Analytics comes in. We don't just train you, we give you mentorship sections, right? We give you post after training support, right? Once you're done your training, and it doesn't just end there. At Amdor Analytics, it's not just training, it's an experience, right? It's not just training, it's not just come train and go, it's actually an experience. We give you an experience from the beginning, from your consultation, because you can actually consult us for free. Oh, I really want to go into tech, but I don't know. It's just like I'm in a crossroad. I don't know what to do, right? So it's just like giving you. We are consulting you for. We are giving you that consultation for free. We're giving you LinkedIn optimization. We're optimizing your LinkedIn at no cost. CV upgrade. We're upgrading your CV at no cost. Your Upwork, we're setting it up at. There's a lot of benefits, a whole lot, and the mentorship is actually a lifetime mentorship. So I would like to actually call it a day here. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Adebowale. It's such an amazing, it's a beautiful evening with you, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
well, thank you for the clarity. Thank you for not holding anything, right? You just broke it, like you gave it to us the way it is. You didn't
Wow.
hold anything back.
And
Yeah,
thank you for having me. I really appreciate that. I
yeah,
mean,
you're welcome.
this platform is one of the platform I've been. I mean, just like an opportunity for me. You
Yeah.
reaching out to me, I feel like, oh, I've never done this before, and you creating a space like this. I mean, that's a good innovation. I can see that. Looking at you, you're not just beautiful, you're smart.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so
And
much.
I'm
Yeah.
done. Yes, that's what we do. We are creative. Yeah. So thank you so very much today. Thank you for having us. Thank you for coming. And our next cohort starts on the 14th of February 2026. So if you're still interested, if you don't know, if you actually want to join the training, but you really don't at this point, it just feels like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm in a crossroad. I'm confused. There's a lot of background. I want to do this. My sister is saying this. My brother is saying this. Somebody said, oh, I want to actually do data analytics, but my sister is suggesting business analytics. My brother said, oh, cyber. You know, the noise is just so much. So that's why we are here. Talk to us, right? To actually draw out a career map for you to know what is best for you. So thank you so very much, guys. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for joining Adibowale. Bye. See you in our next one. Bye. Have a great evening. Bye.
So much.